Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast channel Everyday Heroes. Here we will showcase every episode we will showcase one of the guests who not only who has a very incredible story for them, who have come out with the challenges and solve the challenges and come up with the flying color. Now today we have Mr. Prem Kamble as a guest for this show. So I welcome Prem sir. So Prem sir has 30 plus years of IT industry experience in various leadership roles. He started his journey from IIT Bombay and I am Kolkata. And over the years, he has got into multiple roles and he was CIO of various companies. He has been IT leader in various companies. So rather than me talking about Prem sir, I think you are the right person to talk about little bit about your intro about yourself, sir.
Sure, thank you very much. Let me start by thanking you for inviting me, and I hope all the best to you for your initiative of this podcast. I think it's a very useful initiative that you have taken. To talk about myself, I've been in IT for more than 30 years. Started my career after I got a job from campus. But before that, I had, of course, done my engineering from IIT Bombay. I did it in electrical engineering with projects in electronics engineering because we had an option of electrical and electronics also. After that, I immediately joined for MBA and I majored in systems and production. That was in 1980. My graduation was in 1978. So immediately after that, I joined IIM Calcutta. From campus, I had, of course, although I majored in production and systems, my idea was very clear. It was systems all the way. I was interested in only computers, nothing else. In fact, in IIT, I was interested in digital electronics. Okay. And I think it was a natural transition from electronics to software because both were related. Like instead of logic circuits, it was logic building in software. So it was very natural. In fact, from after IIT, I had got a job as a maintenance engineer. In those days, there used to be, the mainframes. So Tata Institute of Fundamental Research had a CDC mainframe, and they had offered me a job as a maintenance engineer just based on my project.
Oh, wow. And that was, I think, in the 80s, right? If I'm
78, I passed out my engineering.
Okay.
And I think the credentials were that I did a project in ISRO on digital circuits, summer project. And my my final year project was also in digital electronics. Based on that, I had got this job as a maintenance engineer. But I think it came a little late. I had already joined IIM Calcutta. And of course, as I said, I found software very interesting.
Okay.
So from campus, I had three offers, all of them in software. I chose a company which was, although it was giving me a slightly lower designation and salary, because I was told that was very strong in software and I would get a very good software experience. And I think it turned out to be really good. It was a very good decision. I started my career as a software person in that company.
Okay. So apart from the career, this thing. So just for the audience, because nowadays audience are in the century where they want to know. There are very few people who have done a podcast related to somebody with the level of experience what you have, right? So just take us little bit background about your career. Like before you entered into the college, was it your decision, or was it your society, or was it? During that time, was it your parents who told you to pursue this thing? So what was going on behind that point of time? Little bit of personal, which I'm asking to you.
Well, I'm actually the youngest in the family. My parents were very keen on educating us. My father, in fact, came up the hard way. Like he earned money and then he did his studies. He graduated. He did his law, and he took up a very good job. He, in fact, worked in the army for some time, earned money, and then did his further studies. That was the trouble. That was the struggle that he went through.
Okay.
For me, of course, the parents were very supportive. There was no pressure as such, but yes, my father did like at least one of his sons to be a doctor. So, but luckily, I did not have that much interest. But luckily for me, my brother had already filled that spot. So
Okay.
I had my choice, and it was always engineering all the way.
Okay.
I was a good student in school. I had a rank in my 11th standard. We had 11th as SSC in those days. And then 12th as Pre University Science. I was merit 12th in SSC board. And I was 5th in the university in Pre Science. So I think uh, physics, chemistry, mathematics was my choice always.
Okay. Okay.
So, and of course, when you get into IIT, there was absolutely no choice, no option.
Yeah.
Uh, so IIT, as I said, of course, I did make a mistake. My first choice was mechanical engineering, but just because engineering, electrical was in higher demand, and so these are small mistakes that one can make. Uh, although mechanical was my choice, but the demand for electrical was higher.
Even I think nowadays, if you see in the, I mean, coming from, sorry to interrupt, coming to the engineering colleges nowadays, like there are multiple different types of IT. Like earlier,
Absolutely.
there was only computer science or maybe mechanical, some core field.
Yes.
Now there is in IT also there is IT along with analytics, IT along with big data, IT along with so there are so many options which actually make the students so much confused and parents so much confused. They don't know where exactly which subject they should go for, whether they should go for the core job with the core subject or whether they should go for
Very true, very true, Nilatri. In fact, not only within engineering, now there are so many options even after your pre-science or your schooling.
Correct.
There's so many options. So I think, yeah, we did have less options. Even with that, as I said, we had mechanical engineering, we had electrical, we had aeronautics and all those chemical engineering. With that, I made a mistake. Yes, I did make a mistake. But I was lucky, I would say, that I found my love in digital electronics in electrical. We had electrical with electronics,
Okay.
and I did a project in ISRO. Although in the fourth year we had a summer project,
Okay.
so I did it in ISRO's Space Application Center in Ahmedabad.
Okay.
I had absolutely no background in digital electronics, but I did a project there in digital electronics and I loved it. And even the managers there who actually offered me that project, they were so happy with my work. They said, "Oh, we should take more students next year from IIT." So that sealed the thing. So my final year project was in digital electronics. I would have been a maintenance engineer, electronics, digital, with my background in digital electronics, because I had got a job in Tata Institute of Fundamental Research as a maintenance engineer for a mainframe. In those days, we had mainframe. But I had joined IIM Calcutta, and I found a similar love there, which is software.
Oh, okay. So that was your turning point to get into the
Software, which, but I think it was quite related because in digital circuits I was building logic circuits. Software was again very similar. So I found my love in software,
Okay.
and it's been software and
So
IT.
that's the beginning of your software journey.
Absolutely
Software
right from
career.
1980.
1980s.
There was absolutely no other choice.
I think that was the beginning. That was the time when India was like kind of considered to be a place where you outsource all the software or any kind of BPO jobs. Maybe I'm maybe wrong.
Yeah, in fact, it was very little, even with outsourcing. There used to be mainly mainframes,
Okay.
and jobs used to be outsourced. Like even in Calcutta, in IIM Calcutta, our jobs used to go to a university where they used to be processed. We didn't have a computer in those days within the campus.
Oh.
So we used to submit our jobs to the college. The work used to be done in Dadapur University. We used to get the results back.
Oh.
So that was the condition in those days.
Interesting.
There was no laptop, no mobiles.
So, Prem sir, now that we have got a little bit of intro about how you started your career, so I think you have authored few of the books now, and you are you are you are a very good blogger. I think people can see you premkamble.com if you are a continuous blogger, and you have started your career and you have gone to a leadership role, being a CIO of multiple companies. So just take us little through. I mean, just tell us little bit about that journey where you started from an entry level role and you went to lead a company in a CIO or a CTO role.
Sure. Well, as I said, we had campus interviews and I got 3 offers there. I chose a company which was very good in software. That was, and they told us that this is where you get a very good experience in software. I was really lucky. In my very first job, I got an assignment. I was placed in Bombay. I took the assignment in Bombay. But there was a project it was a consulting company, software consulting. And I got a project to do in Dunlop, Calcutta. Dunlop is a big company, rubber company and a tire company.
Okay.
Almost independently, even in my first job, I supported that company for 6 months. I was there in their campus for 6 months. I was supposed to be doing programming there, but I helped the manager there for design of the system also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was I even helped their entire team to do programming. What happened was this manager got picked up by a competitor, rubber company. And he was so happy with my work that the moment he joined that company, he immediately he remembered me and he called me to his company.
Okay.
So I got that offer. In 1 year, 8 months, I was working in another company where it was much more challenging job. There I was completely responsible for a project to computerize the entire company. This was again another tire company. But we had to do automation for the entire company for branch offices. There were about 40 branch offices.
Oh.
And there was on a small computer, those days it wasn't like this computer. There was a 32-bit computer, 32 KB, kilobytes memory.
Oh, okay.
And on that computer, we did accounts receivable, sales invoicing, online invoicing, sales analysis, warehousing, and sales analysis and stock accounting, finished goods inventory. This entire software design and development was done by me, and I was happy that we could actually implement it at one of those 40 branches.
Oh.
And let me tell you, the biggest challenge was the implementation. That's where my first learning about IT started.
Okay.
Development is the easiest and the most interesting part of the job.
Okay.
Yeah. When I went to implement there in one of the branch offices, I could see what challenge it is. IT, that's where my first learning came. IT is not about technology, it's about people.
Okay.
How do people resist change? How do you make them work? How do you sell your idea to them? How do you ensure? Because first thing when you implement, it's really going to be very tough. Implementations are tough. It's a lot of double dual, and of course in those days dual work. So that's my first learning. So I would say that that's where I started rising. I would say I was lucky. In less than 4 years, I was actually heading IT department of a group of companies, and the job was much more challenging there. Here, I got an entire job of developing an entire system for a company.
Okay.
Here, I had to set up an entire IT department. Again,
of the entire organization. Oh wow,
there were 2 or 3 factories which were there. I was placed in the factory, and right from scratch. All that was happening was some vouchers were going outside to Delhi. It was in the north, and reports were coming. We had to do all in-house, starting from recruiting people, building for the simple to development of software and implementation was entirely done by me.
That's
and in fact, one of the success stories for that is was published as a lead article in Computers Today in those days. Okay. It's an India Today publication. It was a cover article. It's there in my blog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is premkamble.com. I think audiences who are seeing or people who are seeing this podcast right now, I think that you can go to that particular blog and you can see that.
I'll only say it's not Kumble, not Kambli.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
Kamble. K-A-M-B-L-E.
Okay.
In fact, you could just In fact, instead of Googling now, you can do Chat GPT. If you ask Chat GPT about 2-3 keywords, you can ask about Prem Kamble, and you can ask about my book, which is God in 2 Minutes.
Okay.
You can ask about mentomatics, like mathematics, mentomatics. You will see a lot of details about my work. And of course, behavioral IT is another. Behavioral IT is a word I have coined.
Okay.
Uh,
How exactly? I mean, I also had gone through that behavioral IT. I think that resembles the thing which you just now told, that development is very easy, but
Exactly.
implementing is very difficult because
Absolutely.
people resist changes. Right?
Absolutely.
So I think that is the foundation of that book, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So
See, as I said, my biggest learning was that it's people issue, not so much thing. The failures in ERP. If you Google on failures in ERP, you'll get something like, even some people say it's about 70% failures. And I was very clear. My first learning was, it's about people, it's not about technology.
okay.
So I think my strength was that I was not just a technology person. I was interested in psychology. I was interested in the behavior of people. That made all the difference. So when I looked at what makes people resist change, and let me also tell you that the top management plays a very big role, and unfortunately, there is very little involvement from the top management, very little understanding also. I don't think it's much better. You might say that it was an older time because humans change very slow. Technology changes very fast.
That is true.
But,
That is true.
I say, in fact, in behavioral IT, one of the things that I say is, your system business runs on 2 wheels. One is technology, one is people.
Right.
But the unfortunate thing is, the technology wheel changes so fast. It's a jet engine.
Right.
It's a wheel of the jet engine, and the people is a block cart wheel.
Yeah.
So you have 2 wheels which are very different.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge of behavioral IT,
Okay.
and that's the challenge of IT really, of a CIO, of a IT person.
Okay.
How do you tackle people?
Right. Who don't want any changes?
Changes. There are a lot of
Or
fears.
maybe, yeah.
See, there are fears. There is misunderstanding. There are high expectations.
Oh.
Because people think, oh, it's a magic box. So expectations are very high, and fear is there of loss of job, and of course, resistance to change because of all these factors. So that's the biggest. So behavioral IT is actually something which deals with what should how do you tackle this resistance from change? What is it that the top management should learn? A lot of people think that they need to learn IT. So I say that top managers don't need to know IT. They don't need to learn. That's the fear. They should just just remove from their head that they don't know IT. It's all that they need to learn is behavioral IT, which is very simple.
The people.
Absolutely, to managers and CEOs.
Yes. Yes. That's a very nice point. I think our audiences will be definitely taking this particular essence of this discussion. प्रेम जी, just एक चीज बताइए. I mean, apart from the success of IT and all, कभी कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि there are IT failures also? कभी आपको ऐसा, मतलब आपके जर्नी में करियर ऐसा कभी हुआ है कि फेलियर भी हुआ है? यू हैव सीन द फेलियर्स इन IT. कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गया, कुछ चाहते थे, कुछ हो गया, ऑल दोस थिंग्स.
मेरे करियर में तो नहीं हुआ, लेकिन ये स्टोरीज बहुत हैं. इफ गूगल करके देखें तो some people say 70%, some people say 80% फेलियर्स हैं ERP में. तो इसे मजाक वाली बात ये है, 30 साल पहले जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया IT, तब भी मैंने यही सुना था कि IT fails because of lack of top management involvement.
Okay.
This is a cliche again, you can say.
मतलब lesser involvement of the top management के लिए IT fail होता है.
Failure का top reason is because of less involvement of the top management.
Okay.
जब मैं रिटायर हुआ और जब मैंने IT छोड़ा, तब भी same topic, same thing is there. How come things have not changed? मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि इतने साल में फिर हुआ क्या? Academics वालों ने, research वालों ने क्या किया? Why hasn't this problem been solved? तो मैंने एक्चुअली कुछ ऐसे सेमिनार्स अटेंड किए जहाँ पर worldwide there were professors and all coming. I have a big complaint against कि भाई research क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. तो मैंने professors को पूछा कि भाई देखिए ये सब तो जानते हैं कि IT fails because of top management, in lack of top management environment. Has anybody done a research on why they don't participate? You know, it's a behavioral issue, it's a psychology.
Yes, yes, of course. Yes,
ठीक है ना?
yes.
So
And उनका आंसर क्या था? What was the common answer?
see, the answer was, "Arey, this depends on case to case basis." I said, no, it's a common thing, and my behavioral IT actually does exactly this. It tells you why they don't participate, and it ensures that top management participates. And I can tell you, if the top management participates, and if they have the right idea of what they should do, a lot of CEOs don't even know what exactly is their role.
Okay.
See, they don't need to. My point is that उनको IT सीखना बिल्कुल जरूरी नहीं है. Some CEOs don't participate कि उनको लगता है अरे यार मुझको IT नहीं पता तो I'll make a fool of myself. ऐसा भी होता है. And I've seen.
Right, you are absolutely. Yeah, that is fine.
So my message to them is, you don't need to know IT. You need to know only behavioral IT. And it is unfortunate, that in my entire career, I found one good CEO who really knew what I call behavioral IT. He knew exactly. And in my blog, I have actually written about him. There's one, Mr. Jolly.
Okay.
And I have done exactly, I have narrated that entire story, how he actually solved the problem. Otherwise, it would have become a chaos. It would have been a sheer failure. So my project would have been a failure because of resistance from the user department.
Okay.
How he handled that situation within minutes. Meeting was there, in 2 minutes the meeting was over.
Okay.
And everything was
Sorted out.
The entire story is there in my blog. How a CEO sorted out this problem, and that was the only CEO that I have found who actually exactly knew what needs to be done.
Okay.
So it's a thing which this unfortunate.
And unfortunately ये problem अभी तक भी persist करता है and ये future में भी करेगा because mostly business owners they really don't. I mean, there are many tech entrepreneurs who have started their journey from the technology itself. But there are many entrepreneurs also who doesn't know IT and they have started their journey and they feel that ki IT is just a added function to sort out the issue. I mean, system process.
Exactly, things may change, but as I told you, there's one wheel which is a human being's. What's the changing very slowly, and the other wheel
is very fast. Technology wheel is very fast and human
and
wheel is very
unfortunately,
slow.
there are very high misconceptions. So what you need to do for the CEOs is misconceptions निकालना है दिमाग से. I call it a change of mindset from industrial age. We are used to the machines. People think that this is a machine. This is not a machine. I have explained exactly that how this is not a machine. Actually, this is the fuel which is running another machine.
Right.
And what is that machine? Is the trick.
Correct.
If we can identify that machine which is actually running here, and it is absolutely different. It's not at all like the old machines of the machine age. And we still are living, I call it living in the past syndrome. There's another word. We are still living in the machine age with machine age mindset.
Okay.
Yeah? So the moment, that's exactly what my behavioral life tries to do.
Okay.
If you can change your mindset and say that this is not your machine, this is not a machine, it's a different machine altogether, and it's completely different, it needs a completely different approach from us.
Right.
Then I think things will change. So it's a change of mindset which is required. That's where psychology and behavioral aspects come in.
Right. Thank you so much.
In fact, one more interesting incident,
Yeah, please go ahead. Please.
One of my users, one of my functional managers was saying, how come you IT guys, this is another problem. There's a big divide between IT. So that's my behavioral IT tries to bridge that divide. Just like my book tries to bridge the divide between religions.
Okay.
Behavioral IT tries to bridge relations between people in the company, like IT and non-IT, IT and CEO.
Okay.
One of the
Basically IT and business.
IT and the user department. There's a big divide.
Yeah.
And blame game happens.
Yes.
There's a lot of politics happens. I've seen it all. Being a CEO, CIO, sorry. I've seen it all very close, very very closely. I've seen how politics happens, how blame game happens. If you can collaborate, nothing will fail.
Okay.
You have to change that conflict into collaboration. So one person actually said that that generally IT guys unfortunately have a bad impression. So why do these IT guys expect so much from us to learn? See, I use aeroplane.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the aeroplane, but I still use it. Why do you IT guys expect us to know IT? Hmm? You guys complain that users don't know IT.
Right.
Whereas I use telephone. Do I know anything about the internals? I don't know anything about the aeroplane internals. I said, you are saying that you don't know anything about aeroplane. Okay? You have to go to Delhi today from Bangalore. Your flight is at 8 o'clock. What time will you get up? You get up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Right.
You catch a cab and go to the airport, which could be another far, mostly out of the city.
Yes.
You go to the thing. You do that? Yes, I do that. Then you stand in a queue and all that to go. I said, you say you don't know anything about aeroplane? You know a lot here. You know much more about aeroplane than you know about computers. See, what is happening is you at least know what is your role to use that technology.
Correct.
You have built aircraft, aerodromes and all. In IT, the problem is you take a cab to the airport. Do you expect the aircraft to come to you? In IT, the problem, the ignorance is, I don't expect you to know the internals. I only want you to know. IT people only want you to know what is your role to use this technology much better.
Correct.
So it's like you expect the aircraft to come to your house and pick you up. Do you do that? No. You know a lot about aircraft.
मतलब कब उठना है, कब
In
जाना है,
IT,
कौन सा एयरपोर्ट जाना है, कौन सा
You know
flight
your
पकड़ना
role.
है.
हाँ, कि भाई
So
तुमको-
your role, you are very
तुमको
clear.
यहाँ से तुमको जाना है शॉपिंग के लिए. You will pick up a scooter. ठीक है, तुमको पता है कि कौन सा किसके लिए यूज करना है. तुम्हें दिल्ली जाना है तो एयरक्राफ्ट यूज करोगे.
Yeah.
यहाँ तुमको यही नहीं पता कहाँ एक्सेल यूज करना है, कहाँ पर एप्लीकेशन यूज करना है. It's like saying in IT, it's like you want to go from here to the shopping center, you expect the aircraft to pick you up and go there. That is the ignorance. So we don't want you to know the internals of IT, just as you don't know the internals of aircraft. We only want to know what is your role. How can you make things better there,
Right.
So and that is exactly what behavioral IT does.
I think our audience got the point. कि mostly
It's the interface building.
it is the
Interface,
Yes.
You have to build an interface. See, when I was talking about the industrial culture and the information culture, in case of industrial machines, we know exactly what we need to give to them. As I said, you know what you need to do to use an aircraft. To use electricity, you are doing so much. You're building so many towers. You're building insulation.
Right.
Otherwise, electricity kills, right?
Right. Yes.
So you are giving something to use it. You are laying railroads, or the railway lines to use railways. Then you benefit.
Correct.
To use an aircraft, you build a aerodrome, far off. All these are mechanical, industrial
Correct.
Machines.
Correct.
So you know exactly for industrial machines what do you need to give
Yes.
to use them. So in information technology, in IT, you need to give something. Do we know what we need to give? That's where it is lacking.
Right.
Exactly, ignorance is on what do we need to give to get the best of this
To the
technology.
best of the technology.
And we are still thinking we are in the, living in the old, living in the past syndrome, as I said. We are still living in the machine age and we are thinking like machine. We're finding out solutions like machine age. Whereas you need completely, behavioral IT tries to do exactly this. It tries to educate people on this.
Okay, I got your point, sir. The coming to the next part of next this thing, like for all the audience, all the people जो कि ये podcast देख रहे हैं, the young guys, when they want to get into the IT career, and in terms of the salaries or the packages, how they would grow and all. So how do you say that कि मतलब आपको उनके लिए क्या ये रहेगा कि मतलब कहाँ से वो शुरू करें, कहाँ को जाएं, मतलब कहाँ. There are many, IT is a vast field, right? Multiple fields are there IT में. तो where do you think what would be your advice to the youngsters? कहाँ
Well,
से
in
शुरू?
terms, एक तो कह सकते हैं कि start where you are learning more. बाकी in terms of salary वगैरह तो I think you will know better. My time की salaries कुछ और होती थी.
I know.
So probably you can talk more about it.
See, actually, I mean, based on this subject, I am writing a book. I have already completed that. It is called The Path to the Top, and this is a book which is meant for the young, fresh guys who are entering into the main IT stream, and what should be their role in the beginning or in the intermediate or in the advanced stage, and मीन स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द एंट्री लेवल रोल, वो कहाँ से क्या जॉब, मतलब डे टू डे वहाँ पे क्या होता है, क्या करना होता है, क्या सर्टिफिकेशन है, आगे बढ़ के वो लोग जब कोई मिडिल मैनेजमेंट लेवल पे जाएंगे तो उनको क्या करना है डे टू डे लाइफ में, एंड व्हेन दे विल ग्रो टू द लीडरशिप रोल में क्या करना होता है. So I have tried to give a compact version of this entire IT industry in that book, Path to the Top. Mm-hmm. So I'm thankful that, sir, you are there today, where you have given a lot of background about this entire industry, and I would look forward that कि आपका जो अगले वाला जो book हो, that also would come definitely in a good note, and people who are watching the podcast, you can Google out Path to the Top. So my book would be available in Amazon shortly. So it is for all the guys, all the people who want to have IT as a career. In that, I have also mentioned कि एंट्री लेवल रोल में कितना सैलरी ऑन एन एवरेज कितना होता है, पैकेज मिड लेवल में कितना होता है, फ्रॉम द इंडियन स्टैंड पॉइंट, फ्रॉम द ग्लोबल स्टैंड पॉइंट, एंड विथ दिस AI थिंग वेयर व्हाट आर द सर्टिफिकेशन, क्या क्या सर्टिफिकेशन करना होता है टू एंट्री लेवल गाय, क्या क्या सर्टिफिकेशन चाहिए मिड लेवल गाय. जैसे आपने बोला कि सेल्फ लर्निंग, सो सेल्फ लर्निंग में देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एजुकेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैव कम, लॉट ऑफ एजुकेशनल कॉलेजेस हैव कम. सो कौन सा कॉलेज में करने से बेटर होगा, कौन से कहाँ पे कैसा, मतलब हाउ शुड दे ड्राइव देयर करियर फ्रॉम द बिगिनर, फ्रॉम द एंट्री लेवल फ्रेशर टू अ लीडरशिप रोल, ये सारे के सारे चीज वो बुक में मैंने ट्राई किया है डालूं, एंड होपफुली पाथ टू द टॉप audience, you can Google out, it will be available in Amazon Kindle very shortly, so you can definitely see that book. It will be a great self-help book for you.
Great.
So
all the best to you, and I'm sure the audience will benefit from it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So Prem sir, I think you have also done a lot of consulting job also. So what are your key learnings from there, from the consulting part?
Yeah, in fact, it was a very interesting experience. I had mainly a CIO type of an experience, and then it was during the time when e-commerce had built up. I had just come. I took up a job in a consultancy organization, and to my shock, I found that it had almost become a cliche that software projects are never on time.
Oh,
there were different departments in my company. I was looking at the e-commerce, and there were things like mainframes and other groups there.
okay.
Software projects are never on time. I started my job there with an attitude. Software projects will. I used to start my projects with a team meeting where I used to tell them, number one, we have committed this date and we will deliver on this date. That was the first thing I told my team. Second, we are going to work as a team. Although I am a leader, I am a part of your team. I am not somewhere sitting here and you are sitting there. We are a part of the team. If we succeed, all of us succeed. Only thing is, I am doing a different job based on my experience. You are doing a different job. Each one does based on
separate.
Yeah. That was a very strong thing that I did as a kick-off meeting. And I think that was the key to it. It really motivated people. So my learning there was that if you really motivate people and give them a lot of freedom, IT guys, my experience, my 30 years, IT guys are fantastic.
Okay.
They really motivated people.
Okay.
You give them the freedom, they will work. You don't have to do any policing. In fact, if you do policing, you're going to demotivate them.
Oh, so basically to all our viewers, micromanage. Very few people say that micromanaging is something which they want to do and all, but I mean, you are saying that micromanagement is not required at all.
Absolutely. Throughout my career, my people have worked so much for me, and I have done very little, micromanagement. I just gave them complete freedom. I gave them two things. You give them good job where they learn.
Okay.
They should learn, because IT is a field where you have to continuously learn. If they're not learning, they're not going to be motivated.
Right. Right.
Give them good job to learn. Give them the freedom to work. They will do a fantastic job for you.
Okay.
And trust them.
Okay.
You have to trust them.
उनके ऊपर believe करना पड़ेगा.
Absolutely. They are fantastic people. I tell you, they're very motivated people. And I have got the best of very ordinary people.
Okay.
I don't need... One of my managers, in fact, used to tell me, you have to give calmly a person with hands and legs. You don't need brains. He will use them.
Okay.
So, that's the amount of people, ordinary people I've used. So my learning here was that in software company was two things. Of course, I said management of your team. Second is management of your customer expectations. Most of the projects get delayed because of demands from the customer, which you cannot say no. I had a very good way of saying no to them.
Okay.
And you have to, take them into confidence that why I am saying no, not because I cannot do it, but it's in your interest that I am not.
Okay.
So my 5 projects were on time, which was a record for that. It was a SCI level 5 company.
Okay.
I not only did all my 5 projects on time, I had the maximum resource utilization, because I used even my bench guys were not utilized projects. I used them for in-house work because I had an in-house background.
Right.
I used them for internal development. So 3 records, highest resource utilization, all projects on time, and there was one more, I just forget that.
That's fine, sir. I mean, sir, देखिए आप मतलब just for our audiences maybe in Hindi, तो आपने सर 80s era भी देखा हुआ है, 90s era भी देखा हुआ है. I mean, you are also seeing the current generation with AI and ML, the way it has come. So just I mean, as per your understanding, like where exactly IT is heading towards, like if you have any vision for the future which you would like to tell all the audiences who are starting their career now. So like you started your career in 80s, so people there, I mean all the folks, maybe there are many people who are looking at this podcast right now who are in the verge of getting into engineering colleges and getting into maybe thinking to choose IT as a career. So what is that you see is going to happen in the future? I mean, from now in the future. So what's your take on that?
See, whatever happens in IT, one thing is clear. You have to keep learning. People who succeed in IT and who should go into IT are people who are inquisitive, who keep learning on self-learning. You see, self-learning is very, very important. So, in fact, I used to choose people when I used to choose my staff or I used to recruit. I used to look not for. In fact, one of my clients said, "I want people who are very smart, very intelligent." I said, "No, you look for people who are inquisitive, who are ready to say, I don't know. Let me learn."
Okay.
So, IT people, wherever they are, they have to keep learning. In fact, I did, after my job, I did some work on employability training for students, college students, engineering students.
Okay.
And I actually coined one thing called, a slogan called, just do IT.
Okay.
Like you have just do it. I said, do IT in capitals, just do information technology, which means you have to do hands-on. I told the students, never buy projects. You have to do it. So the best way of learning is to doing. And today the resources, in fact, for the current students and enthusiasts, there are so many tools, free tools on the internet,
Right.
that you can do a lot of experimenting and just develop apps. Fantastic apps are being developed for mobile. You
Right.
can just think of any idea and just develop. So my advice to the aspirants would be, keep doing something. And if you can do a real life project and which like Pleo, we used to use Pleo,
Yeah.
we were badminton partners. In fact,
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
I would say it's a fantastic application app on the.
When I initially saw that app and when you introduced, okay, why don't you get into that app? and we used to play badminton in our place where there are very few audiences, and we wanted to find new players actually. So he introduced me to that app. So I still remember that day when I got into that app and I saw so many people are playing in and around, and it's like building a community. It's a very
I
strong
think
community. Like
we Indians are good at building
yeah,
apps.
yes, yes,
Like
yes.
we have built so many shopping apps,
Absolutely,
home
absolutely,
delivery apps.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I would suggest that there are tools, ready tools, free tools available. There's a lot of documentation available.
Yes.
Self-learning is the only way, and doing it. So just do it. Just do
Just do
it.
So, okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being our guest. I'm sure that the audiences which saw this podcast, they would have definitely learned many things from you. And I would really like to thank you once again. And with that, I would like to end this first session. Thank you so much. Uh,
I would just like to say one more thing.
yeah,
My
please,
audience.
please.
Of course, I talked a lot about IT. I would even invite you to have a look at my book. And of course, I think Niladri, my friend, is also writing a book titled
Yeah, it is a path to the top.
Path to the Top.
Path to the top. It is.
I wish him all the best. I
Thank
think
you,
it's a
sir.
very good initiative.
Thank you.
This is, for professionals like you. I have a book which is very different, which is on spirituality. I call it spirituality and science. Best way, as I said, I have coined a word called mentomatics, like mathematics.
Okay.
If you Google or if you ask ChatGPT on mentomatics, behavioral IT, you can also ask questions on mental reflex action.
Okay.
These are words which ChatGPT will give you only my, about my writings.
Okay.
Mental reflex action, behavioral IT with an American spelling for behavioral.
Okay.
There is no U there.
Okay.
So behavioral IT, mentomatics, Prem spirituality model. I've got a model called Prem spirituality model.
Okay.
If you Google on this or just ask ChatGPT, you'll get a lot of information. And my book, of course, got in 2 minutes. It tries to unite the world. It tries to bridge the religious divide. It's for a very social and a purpose for a betterment of the world.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with IT. But yes, there is a common thread in all these three things. I've written on psychology, I've written on spirituality, but the common thing is people and the mindset.
Okay.
Religion is also a mindset, change of mindset from one to another. IT is a change of mindset from industrial era to information era.
Right.
And our own life, is a change of mindset from your childhood to adulthood.
Right.
So I've, all these three into one I've covered into IT, I've covered into spirituality and into psychology.
So hope our audiences will definitely Google and ask ChatGPT about the thing which sir just now.
Mentomatics, behavioral IT,
Behavioral IT.
got in 2 minutes.
Got in 2 minutes.
Prem Kamble.
And Prem Kamble. So with that, we end today's session. Thank you so much. Thank you, audience. Bye.
Bye.
Until we see the next episode.